What is D&D? What is D&D? Who knows? Who knows what D&D is?
That is the question of the stream. What is D&D?
Does anyone know what D&D is? Because like I don't even know.
Like who guesses it correct? It's a free subscribe from Opal.
I see some horses and some werewolves and a giant halfling. A goddamn sexy giant halfling.
All right. So when we last left off, the party were in the middle of combat. They were heading back from their adventures in Vallaki. Oh yes, Taku-chan also subscribed. I did put a love heart in chat, but I don't think she appreciates that. She wants an actual call. Thank you so much for the subscription, Taku-chan, Gaia. Really appreciate it.
Oh, that's Gaia. Yay, Gaia!
That's cool, Chan.
Just keeping up those subscriptions. So yeah, so we are...
It threw me a bit because the name didn't begin L-I-L, so I didn't know it was her.
Perfect. So at the minute, we have the initiative orders currently in the pinned messages. To give you guys a brief recap of what actually happened, you had cleared out the Wizards of Wine's winery, and you begun heading to the west. You began to head east, back towards Vallaki and to the Vistani, trading in some wine to the Blue Water Inn, picking up Irina, Ismark, and Stella Wachter, who had business in Kresik, and wished you guys to take them there, to hopefully get Irina somewhere safe and perhaps get Stella restored so she can lose her ongoing trauma that's kind of built up with her. Meanwhile, in doing so, something terrible happened at the Wizards of Wine's winery, and as you were heading back from Vallaki towards Kresik, you encountered a swarm of ravens who landed and turned back into their humanoid forms, and you saw the Martikov family distraught and devastated, and tails between their legs, they turned, and as a group all headed back towards Vallaki. The last you heard, Deviant said that some giant tree monster had come down from Yester Hill and laid waste to the winery, destroying it, and they only just managed to get away. You pushed on, taking a few bottles of wine that you could carry as the were-ravens took their wagon to get their families safe, unfortunately leaving you to your own devices, with Ismark, Irina, the horses, Nelly and Furtado, and Stella. You could do pushing on, and you got to the Raven River crossroads, and you began to cross the bridge, and in doing so, encountered a strange man, who, upon closer invitation, and a close inspection, and perhaps a bad misjudgment, took you all as easy prey, and whenever he called out for his allies to come assist him and turned into his true form of a werewolf, you all very quickly made short work of him, but his allies have rushed in to do battle with you all. And that is where we pick up. Maximilian, top of the round.
Oh yeah.
There's one werewolf right next to you, and Ismark is currently grappling him, and is preparing to, like, pin him to the floor.
Fuck, am I, did I use my rune strength? I don't think I did, did I?
If you do exclamation mark CC, it'll tell you if you burnt it or not. Or exclamation mark HUD also.
No, I still have it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I will. Oh, come here, puppy. I'm gonna fucking attack this guy.
Sure.
Stuff.
Go for it. Fuck him up.
Attack.
I was being grappled at the moment because of the Ismark.
Yes, Ismark is stopping him from moving, but he's not restrained yet, so or prone, so it's just normal attacks.
Okay, go. So that one.
That was the one who was coming after you, Lux.
Mm-hmm.
R2. I think that's it. 200. So 14 hit. Magical damage.
A 14 will hit the werewolf for 8 magical bludgeoning damage, and that is the first bit of damage this one has taken. And it kind of snarls at you as it realizes that you're wielding this magical staff. Perfect.
Second attack coming around.
Finish him.
Okay. I got a little bit slow today. Boom. I've been hit. God damn, it's good damage as well.
It was very good damage, but you sort of like the first strike, you bring it down across this thing's snout as Ismark's kind of holding it, and it kind of like in a frantic attempt to try to dodge out of the way, Ismark just manages to keep it in like his grip, and then kind of throws itself back against him and like throws him off his like balance slightly. And the second strike comes down and just like swats the air in front of it. It's just narrowly missing.
Okay, I'm gonna go around bonus action. What's it again? Rob, see, attack bonus, is it?
Yeah, exclamation mark A bonus, and then that should come up.
Now, question: can I use my runes on a bonus attack? I don't think I can I?
What does it say about the runes? Tell me about the runes. But that does set that 7 does hit. 7 damage does make through. Ismark manages to get it back under its control once more.
CC rune.
Is it the shackles that you wanted to use?
Yeah, the shackles. Yeah.
But it's just when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles.
Yeah, so then totally it works. If you want to do it on your pole arm, you're still using your weapon, the attack.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
I'll do it. There you go. Thank you. So he's now shackled. Boom! He's trained.
He has to make a save, doesn't he?
Yes, strength save.
He takes 2d6 fire damage, and then needs to succeed with a strength save on the restraint.
It's been a long time, folks. It's been a long time.
I guess it's just in the fucking bot as fire rune, not ild.
It's the DC is 8 plus cross bonus plus con.
It's not even in the bot at all. Very strange. So I'll do a strength save for it. Max, you can work out your DC. Tell me if it's higher than 19.
8 plus 3 plus 4. So 15.
I'll tell you now. It says here my thing.
So it rolls a 19 to save.
The DC is 15.
So it passes. The fiery shackles do not take hold. Does it take half damage on a success, or?
2d6 fire and the save is to avoid the...
Cool, so it takes 2d6 fire damage, but it's not restrained by the shackles.
Yeah, I'm just going to post it in
I think it stays shackled. I think. Okay, in addition to creature hits attack. Can you block? I think so. Okay, 2d6. I just throw that first.
Go for it. Roll the damage and I'll get all the damage sorted.
2d6. So that's 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage, lovely.
It's past the strength save, so there's no further effects from it.
Yeah.
I'll be restrained. Okay, so it has to pass. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the 19, so it has passed, unfortunately. Alrighty. So. Anything else, Max?
No, that's it.
Callan.
Okay, so of the 3 of ours,
Yes.
which one's the most damaged?
So the 2 to your 11 and 12 o'clock are both healthy. The 1 to your 6 o'clock, however, is very badly injured. In fact, he would be critical in this standing.
Okay, I'm going to say Seeker, get ready at this one.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Distance
Right.
at the 2nd level of the one on the right.
Perfect. So make a wisdom save. I think that will fail.
Correct.
Can I take opportunity attack on that?
Yep. So we're both going to get an opportunity attack because it's a spell and I've got my sword out.
Yep, so it is going to move as far away as possible.
Casmus, get out of here. Wrong player.
Go of Casmus.
Character, I apologize.
Character does move obviously around on a field save as far as its speed allows away from you. It's going to jump in the river. Because that's the most direct route away from Callan. It's not overly treacherous. It's going to get in the water, just trying to wade away.
Alright, go yourself into the river, got it.
Callan's going to try and bop him as he runs away.
Go for it, yeah. You both can take an attack opportunity as he is fleeing.
Cool. Cool.
20 for 14 damage with the Sun Sword. Very nice. That's a good hit from Callan. And from Seeker as well. Another good hit. That's actually bloody to this creature as it moves its full movement. So it's going to be 40 foot in wolf form. So it's going to move 5. It's going to jump into the water. And then it's going to be moving at half speed from there. So that's already moved 10 foot. And then it's going to move the additional.
Take an attack of opportunity at this point.
I think I...
Guard before and hoof.
The horse is trying to flee. So the fact that that's moved, I don't think the horse is going to be... the horse is just trying to run forward because it couldn't run backward. So now its threat has moved.
I presume there are no piranhas in the local waters.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
Barovia.
it's waiting. I need to fucking check the map and see what way this river goes. I think it's running downstream, so it is actually not being hindered by the water. But it's just sloshing through. Yeah, 20 foot.
There's a giant crocodile there.
There is a giant crocodile waiting at the end, yeah.
And bonus action.
Yep.
I'm going to. How are we all looking at the team? With allies in terms of hit points.
I think we are pretty.
Ismark and Irina are untouched, as is Furtado the horse, and then Nelly and Stella and I believe Buttons the cat are all fine as well.
Cool. I'm going to give a Bardic Inspiration. Seeker, I think you've already got one.
Colgan, you went a bit mute on me.
Sorry, have you already got a Bardic Inspiration? I think?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's been a long time. It doesn't show us in the bot.
Cool. I will give Seeker a Bardic Inspiration.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I think the fact you haven't used any Callan suggests that...
I've used one.
Oh, you've used one? I'm not sure you would have given it to. Maybe Ismark? I think you might have given it to Ismark.
Possibly.
Because he's trying to knock this thing prone.
Cool, yeah, so a Bard for Seeker, and then that will end my turn.
Perfect. Lux, you are up.
Okay. Well, I guess I should. How damaged does the one in front of Max looks?
It is injured, but not yet bloodied. But it is still being grappled by Ismark. It looks like Ismark's going to try to pin it to the ground, which you know is going to make it a lot harder to hit with your ranged spell attacks.
Yeah, so I'm just going to Eldritch Blast it twice.
Go for it.
Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blasto.
Lux's like bolts of like Eldritch Blast. They're not like those dark purple ones you expect to see. They're kind of like that like bright light, aren't they? They kind of like radiate from him.
Yeah. Unicorn Rainbow Power, go!
Our local magic roll.
Mine's, oh wait, it's no target, so it's 2. Well, if they hit, it's a +4. I need to work out how to add that feat, into it. But...
+4 to each damage type.
Yeah.
From your charisma.
So
Sure.
they've got Agonizing Blast, so it's +4.
So for future, it would be that at the end, or AB as well.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, -D4, yeah, of course, I'll do
The
that.
12 will hit, and the 19 will also hit. So that's going to be for a total of 20 damage. Yeah, and it is definitely looking bloodied after those strikes.
I could do a lot of things. How is everyone looking for HP wise?
I'm full 16. That's 69. Oh, 60.
The werewolves have had a horrible time at this ambush. They've had a real shit time.
I want your teeth, boy.
Yeah, they were.
I rolled the max werewolves for this encounter, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking rough." Like it just stomped on them.
Give
Not
me
gonna
your
lie,
teeth.
Like the
When
Eleanor
this
said.
started, I was like, because obviously I didn't wear
Rule 1 of DMing: if something should be enough to kill the players, it's not.
Karen, how are you looking?
I'm looking alright. I've lost a bit, but I'm...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll end it there. There's no need to waste my
You're
section.
Alrighty. And then after Lux, it is the bad boys. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Turn. So
Still funny after a month. Love it.
let's see here. Dissonant Whispers is no longer taking effect, so this werewolf is going to wade his way out of the water. That's going to be 20 foot of his movement to get out. And then he is going to... I'm going to see what he's going to do, because this is going tits up. He is going to call out... Perhaps we should be fleeing, brothers! This seems to be going poorly! And And then he will do just that. And he will move the rest of his movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will just run north and away. He will move completely clear.
As a free action, be like, why are you running away for such a small, little, harmless halfling? Come here! Give me a hug!
Seeker would call out, tell me how the grass tastes, little man.
So he will be running off the map, heading like downstream to the north.
Come here.
The other ones, one of them is restrained by Ismark and is getting fucked up by Max. It is going to try to break the grapple. And Ismark just keeps it held.
Ismark the
Good job,
fucking
Ismark.
Strahd.
Good job. Keep it going.
Get him, Max! He's trying to break free! As he's like
Oh, yeah,
battling
coming.
with it.
I want his teeth.
The ones on the bridge, this one is going to move to here and is going to take a claw attack at the horse, and then is going to try to bite Callan because that sun sword is doing work.
You're a Jedi, Callan.
7 damage to the draft horse.
Is he gonna bite,
Yeah,
Callum?
mate, cutting words on the one against me.
Sure thing.
No! No!
Oh, good roll. And I just need to check he doesn't get pack tactics against you. He doesn't, that's fine. Yeah, so a 13 hit anyway, reduced to nothing. The bite does not manage to take grip. The one on the far side will... Let's see who's going to go for, Seeker or Callan, because you're both doing work. It's going to be Seeker, good old alphabet. It is going to smash Seeker as much as it can.
Bring it, fool.
Sorry, I wasn't able to take my reaction as I did it on my turn for the opportunity attack.
Cool, that's fine. Well, would the 13 hit you? I don't think so. You've got a Shield of Faith up as well, I think.
17 AC.
Yeah, you're fine. Claws 16 hit you, Seeker, I think will miss.
Nope, that's AC 19, boys.
The 23, though, will hit with the bite.
Oh, no.
So please make me a Constitution saving throw.
I will use my reaction. Oh,
Sure.
okay, that was my reaction. This is my Brutish shield. Oh, what was his distance of? To within 60 feet of me?
Oh, yeah, he's within 35 foot, so...
Vernic. I think it's Vernic code. Yeah.
Let's
Cool.
go.
So he gets to reroll again.
He has to re-roll. Perfect. So then I will simply re-roll the attack, and we'll see.
Should be light, just blast him away. Imagine he gets a fucking crit now.
That
Nope,
would be hilarious.
does not hit.
Thank you, Marcus. I don't want to be a were-raven
So this,
doggo.
this shoot of light just flies towards you. Ah!
Yeah, as the werewolf's bite is about to sort of hit you, suddenly just like the glow from Max washes over it and yourself, and you find the bite just snapping inches short as it gets a mouthful of sunlight, essentially.
Can you
Sonic
stand back and do his...
Ah, boom.
Seeker, with that, it is your turn.
Cool. He's gonna try... can an unarmed strike be reflavored as a bite? He's gonna try snap at it back with his beak.
Yeah, you can peck it. I mean, like, a peck for you is basically just a headbutt. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Bonk.
Go for the critical
Doink.
first. Please, the fire damage type.
sure thing. 23 will definitely hit.
23 for
For 6
the
damage.
critical one, 6.
Yeah, he's still critical. Number 10 damage on the same one.
Correct.
You bring your beak down and just a wash of flame like erupts over it, and this werewolf just like falls back on the ground, like writhing around. And as it sort of dies, like as with the other ones, as soon as they die, they begin to shapeshift back into their humanoid form, and you see these like, you know, pale-skinned Barovians, men and women.
Ah, good job, good job.
There's only 2
There
left.
should be... He has one more attack.
Yep,
Yeah, he's gonna go for... Yeah, he's gonna run up and go in punch him this time.
perfect.
Nice.
Very nice indeed, yeah. You crack this one. This one's yet to be injured. So that is the first injury to it. And it sort of turns his attention on you now to try to bite Callan. And kind of is looking between the three of you and the horse. Anything else, Seeker?
Monks, man.
That will be it. He's gonna look around. It seems we have you outnumbered. That's what it
Perfect.
is.
Alrighty, so right now it is the commoner's turn. Irina is going to spend her turn trying to calm Furtado because Furtado is about to try to bolt again after being attacked. She's like, shut up! And despite her best efforts, Furtado is going to attempt to bolt once more. So the draft horse is with a werewolf now attacking it from that side and a werewolf behind it. It only really has two ways to go. One way to go, I see, because Ismark is in the way. So I'll flip a coin and see who it goes to. I'm just going to go for Ismark. So the Furtado's going to kind of bolt to here, and then it's just going to try to bolt past Ismark, and in doing so, it is going to end up like shoving him aside. So I'm just going to see if Ismark gets knocked over or not. I'll do him a dexterity save. Could do, yeah. The horse just barrels over Ismark and begins to run into the woods, just dodging through trees, and is going to be moving its full distance. And Ismark falls to the ground. He's still grappling, but he is now prone himself.
Oh, so this like trees, yeah, like a little forest area.
Yeah, it's just that's the start of a tree line, and then it goes back.
Got it.
So the horse just begins bolting into the trees. And Irina's like, the horse, it is getting away, Furtado! And she tries to call out after it desperately. Ismark is going to, on his turn, stand back up, half his movement, and then he's going to try to just, slam this werewolf into the ground. The werewolf, however, just stops him, he pulls and pulls, but nothing seems to come of it. He's like, I can't stop it! Stella is going to attempt to calm Nelly, who's still galloping full belt back towards Valaki. And she just begins shushing it. And you maybe see the horse just begins to slow to a trot, and she's still trying to get a grip of it, but she's definitely at least stopped the rapid dashing that's happening over there down the road. But at least she's safe. Alright, and that's going to be the commoner's turn, so top of the round again, Max. Ismark can't seem to get this werewolf on the ground for you just yet, but it's still critical in front of you.
Fuck with him weapon again. I keep forgetting the name of fucking weapon.
You're using your...
Ismark! Heads up! And then I come with my fucking thing.
Sure thing, go for it.
Twice. It's meant to be... Nope, that's wrong.
Number 2. Go for your staff.
No,
yeah,
but
golf
that's,
ice.
yeah, but that's just one hand. It's meant to be two-handed. Good that it is, fuck. That's one. Boom.
25 to hit for 10 will definitely do it.
Got one to 6 in there. Boom. Plus 2.
12 damage, yeah. You bring this, staff down on this thing again, and like a bad dog being hit on the nose, it just collapses to the floor and, transitions back, writhing on the ground as it does so, and you see this, hairy Barovian there, nose all bloodied and broken from the damage is transferred over.
Attack number 2. Oh, fucking missed again. The same thing.
Yep, you'd have to... He's dead, so you'd have to be moving towards the last one that's still in the active field. I assume that's what you would be doing.
Oh, okay.
5, 10,
I'll
15,
move.
20, 25 will get you just within reach.
Yeah, so let's say I hit him and I miss. And then I will... Oh, he's dead, right? So, okay, so I can get my bonus
You get your
attack
bonus
now.
action attack as well, yep. You do, but then you bring the staff down this one, but he just manages to see you coming and dodges aside.
I'm not gonna miss this one, son. Maybe I will miss this one, son.
But you do unfortunately miss this one. Despite your best intentions, the staff does not make contact. Alrighty. Anything else, Max?
Shit. Can I use action surge? It's too late now, isn't it? It's too late now. Can I use action?
No, you can use it after bonus action. You can declare it at any time.
I think. Right,
I'll save it, because I'll just save it, so just one of them. Now that's it, this end of my turn.
Sure thing. Alrighty. Then it is going to be Callan.
stabby.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Just one of them, there's no point. Oh god, let's go.
16 for 18. Yeah, beautiful damage. He's still only injured at this point, as you sort of bring this blade down on him, but he's definitely beginning to look pretty hurt.
Seeker, do the honors. We'll need to get the horses back.
Seeker would look to you and he'd say, how about I go after the horse?
Good
We
thinking.
kind of need the horse. I can fly to the horse and hopefully not get run over like that one time.
That will be the end of Callum's.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Lux.
I'm just gonna be like, sorry, and then I'm just gonna blast it. I'll just blast that.
Sure thing. The 9 will miss, but the 17 will hit. Agonizing Blast, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
6 damage.
They put AB of it. I guess that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a
And then
local spin.
I'm just gonna sprint for the horse that left actually. Funny enough.
Sure thing.
I'll go up north. I can do it actually. So 30 feet.
You can
is
reach
this
him.
difficult terrain?
The forest is not difficult terrain because it's just trees. It's more like if you traveled through it long term, it sort of becomes a bit more difficult. But like just a short run through is not going to hinder you that much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll just start running for the horse, which is
Yeah.
30 feet.
You can just about reach it.
Yeah.
You don't have any action to try to calm it this turn because you just used your
No.
attacks. So if the horse
Is it-
doesn't calm on its own, then it's going to keep bolting. But you're keeping
I
pace.
Yeah, could I possibly like free? This is gonna be awful. Like free like object interaction to try and like grab like the reins or anything like that. Or the
Yeah, if you want to try to grab the reins, you certainly can.
Sure. Oh, I'll try.
Yep, you grab the reins of this
Okay.
horse that is trying to bolt away.
I know it can go. Ow.
That is a wise decision.
Nice.
Seeker approves. Seeker gives you a thumbs up.
Well, you know,
Thank you for the
It's like, you know what you do when you're panicking, like okay, you just grab it and that's it. End of my turn.
Perfect.
Good job.
This remaining werewolf is going to look at the odds, and I think all of you are looking quite formidable, and he is not going to count his chickens. He's going to use his action to disengage, and he's going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, all the way to the tree line, and that will end his turn. The other one begins dashing further north, 80 foot. He's like pretty much off the map now completely. Then it is Seeker's turn. Seeker, you kind of have a choice. There's a running away werewolf or a running away horse.
Out of character, I want to see Lux being dragged off by the horse. But in character, Seeker looked to Khan. Should I go get the doggo or get the horsey? I can do both.
Get the dog.
Very
Get the
well.
horse.
You are not making this easy.
You asked me, I answered you. Get
Fair
the
enough.
horse.
He can reach it with his 45 feet, right?
Yeah. You can just bolt over, squeeze past Max. You can get next to Lux, and you can use your action to try to make an animal handling check, try to calm it if you'd like.
He would run up 45 feet movement. I think that should get him there.
Yeah, it will do. I can move you if you'd like. You'll bolt to. You'll probably be about there.
Oh, sorry, I wouldn't do it. I just first need to check.
It's scary.
And it's an animal handling check, please, to try to stop the horse from bolting.
Working on it. Just checking if I have the correct character.
17 will be enough. Yeah, the horse, as you sort of like get behind it, Lux already holding it in position, is trying to rear away from him. You're able to kind of come up for it where it can see you, because Lux has like pulled it to face him almost, holding the rein. And you sort of get a hand out and begin stroking the side of his face. And although it's got like a gash across its front and it's like got blood sort of pouring down its hooves, it does begin to calm. It's going to take another successful check to get it completely under control because it's injured. But it is not. You don't think it's going to immediately run, but it might like you might be at risk of like a kick or something. Like if something goes wrong in the next 6-12 seconds.
There, the big wolf is gone. I'm sure you will be fine. And turn.
Alrighty. Then it is going to be the good old friendly NPCs. Stella rears the horse around and looks down the road. She can't see any threat, and she's going to begin bringing Nelly back. She's fair distance away. She's about nearly 120 foot away, so she's going to take her sweet time getting there. But you see her coming back towards you with Nelly. Irina will see that Seeker seems to have the horse under control, and she can't even reach it this turn. So she will tell Ismark to go help Cam Furtado, and Ismark will do just that. And she will simply just take up a defensive stance, just like looking at all the bodies and the blood around, and just it's like, oh dear, this is not good. Ismark is going to come over, and he's going to also make an animal handling check. Furtado, it is okay! Like, he's covered in blood himself, and the horse is just at risk of getting spooked. But with Lux holding the reins and the previous successful check, again, it's not going to bolt. But like, he's trying to just get it calm. But he's maybe panicked himself, and the horse can read it off him. Then it is Max. Max, this werewolf is not quite bolted yet.
Oh, fuck. Should I get him?
Is it worth
If you
it?
want to, go for it.
Try throwing the glaive.
It's not magical. Fuck.
I know, maybe he will trip.
1 second. 1 second. With one idea here. How badly injured is this?
That one is bloodied.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm not gonna let him escape.
Bonus action. I'm gonna use my strength rune. I forgot what it's called. Sorry, is it frost?
Frosty's.
Yes, frost rune.
Checks and saves.
So frost rune. Boom. So I get +2 on my strength and con
Yep.
checks,
Perfect.
which also includes my athletics, I guess.
He will indeed, yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna dash. Let's see. So that is 25, and then I'm gonna go by here. 25. Boom. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action. And I'm gonna try to grapple this motherfucker.
Alrighty, you get an action surge.
Yep. Fighter. Is it fighter action? Is it?
Fighter surge, I think, or you can.
Yep. And I'm gonna grapple him. And I have advantage as well, I believe, because I'm have advantage.
Yeah, you got you get a +2, and you have advantage from your size, don't you?
Yep, advantage. Yep, advantage on strength checks. Yes, so advantage grapple.
Go for it.
Advantage. And then a +2 to that, so that's a 27.
I don't think he can beat this at all. I'll roll it for a laugh. Yeah, no. You grab him and stop him in his tracks.
And then I'm gonna use my second attack. I'm gonna fucking shove this motherfucker prone.
Sure thing. Make a shove attack.
It's advantage, so yeah. Boom.
The advantage. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Good
Oh,
job, you're
halfling. Oh.
He's re-rolling both the ones.
It's just one, isn't it?
Imagine if he rolls under 1 or 2.
A 17, so that's the +2, so that's a 19 +8. That's fucking whatever. He can't beat that.
Yeah, he can't beat that. Not in a million years. He wouldn't have even beaten that once. He wouldn't, with the +2 from the rune, he wouldn't even have beat that. He just fucking shoved this turd thing on the ground.
Oh, I got him good. Let's finish him.
Let me go, please.
No. I want your teeth, boy. I want your teeth.
I mean, Max, you have noticed that they have all turned back into, like, humans after they've died.
No.
Maybe you need to break his teeth when he's in a werewolf form.
I mean, human
really?
teeth are still a thing.
Good to know.
I mean, yeah, you could just use the human
They are
teeth.
kind of- human teeth are still a thing.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
Can I just say, a halfling with human teeth is gonna look like a kid with those like fake teeth.
Nah, it's just gonna look like Sam Riegel.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a little man with big smile.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, the big smile once he clobbers you with his Golfeist staff and glaive.
Alright, Callum, it's your turn. There's one werewolf still alive. He's prone and grappled by Max. And it looks like they're doing their best to calm Furtado, who's injured, the horse.
Cool. So there's 3 of them on the horse. So I'm going to be okay there. I'm going to move 30 feet. And
Sure thing.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Go for it.
Cost a large on Max. Make him huge.
A cleric DC, so it's
Unfortunately not. Perhaps he's too distracted by like the screaming of Max in his face that they're going to take his teeth to hear the toll of the bell.
I'm gonna take your teeth, boy.
Don't
Yeah.
go with the teeth.
He's having an out-of-body experience, but he's still in his mind. And that will be the end of the turn.
Alrighty. So let's see who is next. After Callan, we have a Lux. Lux, you're still holding on to this horse's reins, and despite everyone's inner desires, you have not been carried away at a rapid pace by this thing, clinging on for dear life.
I'm seeing the horse's damage. Being the person I am, I would cast Cure Wounds on the creature. This is using my second Warlock spell slot, so that's all of them done now.
Sure
I
thing.
think we need a short rest, folks.
Let's finish fighting first.
Yes, of course.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so Warlock spell slot, there we go. 11 heals. I'm hitting the horse with 11 heals. HP.
Alrighty, yeah, and that calms it greatly. Yeah, the DC to calm the horse is rapidly reduced. The horse is now completely healthy. The wound heals up. The dried blood is still kind of like splattered across it.
Like, please don't drag me. And that's it. I did my turn.
But it seems to be calming down. Alright, then after Lux, we have Bad Boys, what you gonna do? And the answer is very obvious. The werewolf is going to try to run away. Again, he needs to try to break this grapple first, though.
What was it? 29. What was the thing? He can't break it up.
Well, you need to roll a contested athletics check
Oh, this is
to maintain the grapple. Yeah, so still with advantage,
copy.
still your +2.
Beautiful.
I
He
don't.
rolls 2 1s.
I think if you roll 2 2s, it'll just break it. You need to roll 2 2s.
Yeah,
That's what grapple
we
gets
believe.
like grapple.
Well,
1,
no, because
2.
it's 2 with a +8, and the +2.
That's what grapple roll.
You spell, yeah, it needs 2 Ps.
2 piece.
Cool, beep.
Yeah. You ain't leaving sound.
He ain't going nowhere.
26.
You keep him held down despite his best attempts. Yeah, he should have just tried to fucking bite you. That would be more fun. Yeah, no, he'll just he's stuck, so he'll let out a blood curdling howl as a free action, and that will end his turn. It is now Seeker. The horse is there. It is very calmed now.
Alright, so he does he have to do an animal handling check or is he grand?
You can do an arm hand check at advantage.
Okay, he's gonna try.
Go for it.
Animal handling advantage. Boom.
23. Yeah. With the healing and you all around it, like calming it, no, it's not being attacked anymore. It's very easy to sort of get a grip of the horse, calm Furtado down, and yeah, he is back to a suitable level. He probably could be even straddled again if needed.
There. We need you for stew later. And that's gonna be his turn.
The horse looks at you like it doesn't know what you said because it is a horse.
I think that's for the best. He doesn't like horses.
All right, it is now the commoner's turn. Ismark will just help calm Furtado, and will be like, we should lead him back to the road, and begin doing so. But obviously with Lux and Seeker all there, we'll have to kind of wait for you all to move together. Irina will just continue holding her position on the bridge, kind of looking around, trying to spot for any other werewolves coming in from that howl. But she doesn't call out that she spotted anything of her passive perception. At this point, Stella and Nelly probably re-entered the fray. kind of near Irina, and she's like, "Come to me. It's okay. I think most of them are gone." And Stella's like a little bit distraught, but still in her own mind. Beautiful. It is now Max's turn with this prone werewolf.
Ready? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna take because I'm grappling him with one hand, so I'm gonna have to take one hand. So I'm gonna take my staff. I'm gonna start.
Well, you
fucking his
could
head.
break the grapple, because he's still prone.
Yeah, nope, he's gonna stay right there.
Okay.
He ain't moving.
Can I just check? The grapple only needs a limb, not a hand, right? So he could put his knee up, like put his foot on his neck or something, or on his chest, and still use 2 hands to...
No, it can only use one hand to grab. It has to use one hand to
Has to
grab.
be a hand.
I think it has to be an appendage you can grab with.
Yeah, it has to be. So you have 2 hands can grab the 2
Have you
creatures.
not got giant halfling monkey toes?
Yeah.
That's why like Civic
You
Hybrid
can
is
just
good because they
grab
have 2 extra tentacles and the tentacles can grapple.
Yeah. It has to be like an appendage that can like
Bollocks,
grab.
Well,
Oh,
sure.
so
Okay.
You could argue that Aarakocra could do it with its talons.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack him with my thing twice.
You would have an advantage on those attacks, so I'll take that for the first one because the damage is the same. So just roll
Okay,
one more with advantage.
Maybe he gets a
Right,
crit.
Second one. Boom.
Beautiful. Yes, that's a total of.
And then I'm
6+8.
1d6. So plus 6 damage.
Ooh, very nice. That's 20 damage for those 2 strikes. He is critical on the floor, and he's just like, "Please let me go, please. I'll tell you where I hid some things, please." Like just
I come very close to him. I am not done yet. And I bonus action him.
okay. How are you gonna? Are you gonna polearm him?
Yeah.
Sure.
Give me your teeth.
He had exactly 7 hit points left. Are you attacking lethally?
Non-lethally.
Okay, you bring the polearm down and you just bash him in the side of the mouth, and a few of his teeth like scatter out onto the floor, and he falls unconscious.
Are the teeth still like werewolf teeth?
He's still a werewolf. He's not dead, so he's not shapeshifted back. So currently, yes.
Nice. Okay.
Can I just see?
I got the last one. And I pick him up, put him on my shoulder.
Yep.
And as I do, I
That is
shrink down.
great.
Because it's just last 1 minute. But I'm still strong enough to carry him, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you're still massive. Like you're still like hench. You're just tiny. You're like a little steroid monkey.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Is
Like his face like fucking dragging on the floor. Like,
is Max planning on putting the werewolf teeth in his jaws, or is that just trophy?
I wanted to make a fucking werewolf nature and just whack it in.
All
Tell
right.
you what, you're picking a creature that has a cursed bite. That is a bold move, my friend.
I know.
That
how
is a
bold
that
he
is a
is.
very bold move.
I just hope I don't bite my own tongue.
Bites his own lip. What? What's happening?
I think that's the last one. Then I look around. Is there any more?
Not that you can immediately see. You know, one bolted like like downstream, heading north a while ago, but like you haven't seen him like for a couple of rounds. He's probably long gone.
Cool. Cool. That will be my turn.
Alrighty.
I mean, can I get a free action pick him up? I still have him grappled now.
Yeah, but you're out of combat now, so you can sling him over your shoulder, no problem.
Oh, okay, so out of combat, okay.
Yeah, and we're all out of
Yeah.
combat. Combat's over.
That was
Right.
something.
Are we all alright?
I don't know how
think
to
so.
reduce.
I would suggest.
Yes, I have one of them here.
I'm kind of hurt.
He said something about hidden goods.
I suggest we go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah.
I suggest
I was
we
gonna tell
tie him up, take a few minutes of a breather, sit down for a while, and have a good time while we wait for him to wake up.
Or perhaps we make our way at least a little to Chris. so that we don't just start convening at a known ambush point for these creatures. There could be more in the woods, there could be others that are going to respond to goodness knows what.
True enough.
One of them got away downstream. There could be
That's true. How far away is Kresek?
From here, it's probably about 30 minutes or so down the road. But they probably won't appreciate us bringing an unconscious werewolf to their gates.
We can say he is a drunk we found.
He still looks like a werewolf. He's not shape-changed back.
Oh, never mind.
Because
even for a drunk.
He can.
Let's shave his head.
Oh no! Wait, could we say he's our aid dog? Maybe Max could play blind with the staff, and the dog be his companion.
As this is happening, I go around and I put him down. As I was beating him, he said they had some hidden loot somewhere. But it was too late because my staff was directed to his head already, so I couldn't stop.
When people are close to death, they will say anything if they think it will keep them alive.
Well,
That is true.
what do you guys think? I think we should just. What do you think we should do with him?
Callum wants to see what sort of vibe he's getting from his Ascension sword to see if it's leaning more towards finish him or more towards setting free.
you like reach out to the Sun Sword and like try to compel anything from it. The Sun Sword, this is a werewolf. It does not enjoy the presence of werewolves. It kind of gives you like bad feelings, bad vibes, kind of similar to the Druid, like that that feeling of worry, that feeling of panic, that feeling of not quite indecisiveness, but almost that need to, it's that thing of like letting this thing live could cause more trouble down the line for us, like that kind of thing. And then also the worry of the one that got away. We need to move soon, hide somewhere, like not safe, like those kind of feelings. A feeling of like being watched.
If we take this creature up the road to Kresek, it will affect potentially our ability to get into that city, or into that town. If we let it free, that would be, I think we can all agree, a terrible decision all round. Werewolves here are cursed people, and they are a curse to this land and the innocents that live here. I say we put it out of its misery.
So
Reduce their numbers by one.
I would say, just as a note, by the way, if you guys were considering the other option, Irina and Ismark could tell you very easily that if you went back down the road 10 minutes and then like back to the crossroads and headed a little bit further north, you could head to Lake Baratok, where there's like an old like abandoned like tower there that no one really frequents. It's probably a quiet place and we like try to hide out. They've never like seen it themselves. They've heard stories about it. And also, that the Wizards of Wine Winery is only a 45-minute walk down the road. It has been perhaps destroyed, but, again, probably not somewhere anyone's going to find you guys unless, the Druids have, like, moved in.
Wasn't there a cave that they were hiding out in before we liberated it?
What was the things we heard about Lake Baratok? Was that with the Murdered Mage or not?
Nope, Wolfden, I think, no?
You know that Van Richten has a tower there. That's where he said he was making his camp. So he's only like a 10-minute walk away. If you guys needed somewhere safe to hide out, you have a potential ally in Van Richten. It's a difficult relationship. He very much wanted to do things on his own.
It's complicated.
I can imagine Van Richten looking out, seeing a werewolf just like cascading down the river and just thinking,
It's them again. It's
like, I would have had a quiet life too if not for those meddling kids. Yeah, so basically Callan is in favour of potentially in cold blood killing these people because he believes it's the right thing to do for them and for the land and for the people that they've been trying to protect all along.
Secret obliged to that decision.
We could have been any group of travellers. We could have been a family of innocents. We could have been a merchant. We could have been Vistani, anyone. And they attacked out of opportunity and ambushed us in what they tried as cold blood. It's turned out badly for them, and I believe they should suffer the fate that they have brought on themselves.
I am fine with disposing of these creatures because they are a potential threat to us in the future if kept alive.
I would appreciate, Seeker, if you would see to it. I don't think that
Of course.
they need to particularly approve.
Should I make rations?
No.
Wait, are we not even gonna question him at all? We're not gonna find out anything about his werewolves?
You did say back in Valaki that you were looking for something in a werewolf den, didn't you?
Yes, you did
Yes.
say that.
I know it was a while ago when you told me that, but maybe you need reminded sometimes.
It really was, wasn't it? I'm sure I'd written that down in one of my channels.
Yes, I'm 100% sure. I wrote it upon my hand. It's here. But you know, I'm no longer a Leonin, so it's gone.
Yes,
It's
of course.
tiny writing now. It scales down with you.
Mouse writing.
Oh god.
I think we should tie
Micro-writing.
him up. Or maybe I'll just keep the grapple on him.
I think tying up is a better option than hugging the deadly werewolf, Max.
Do we think, but it's a werewolf, do you think we need magical stuff to tie him up with, or anything will do?
I think normal rope will
was
do.
around him, if he was to come to and start any business, keep him on the floor, we should be able to see him off without an issue if he starts to create.
Well, if he comes up, then it's going to be his last time.
Should I dispose of the rest?
That's probably a good idea and something that I feel that we've perhaps overlooked in previous fights completely.
Let's
Very well.
let's tie him up for now, and then take a quick rest, and then can wake him up in about an hour.
Yes, let's get slightly.
Let's head to the tower.
Not deep in the woods. I don't think that heading to the tower would be the best idea. Given that
You think so?
We already know that one of the werewolves has headed in that direction, taken by the river. We don't know that he's not regrouping with others.
That is true.
That's a good point.
They must
Seeker
have
would.
come from
Seeker would wait for everybody to pack their things, tie up the werewolf. He would offer to tie up the werewolf because he's quite good with tying. I think he has the best. I think he tied up people before.
Yeah. Callum will help.
Yeah, you can do a sleight of hand check at advantage if you like. See how good your knots are.
Guidance?
Oh, well, I see
Yeah,
what
he'll
you're
give you
expertise.
guidance. So, yeah.
Not expertise, proficient in sleight of hand.
20.
20? Yeah, you like a few good knots in there. Almost like a sailor train, like just like lots of good ones. It's quite difficult for them to escape from. You just kind of like hog tie them basically. I mean, Seeker, you can do me a intelligence check. Make a nature check if you're proficient.
One moment. Yep. Just straight intelligence because he's not proficient. He's big brain today.
Seeker, you actually kind of like tie these knots like a hangman's like knot, like so one that will tighten if it's like pulled, because you've seen them shapeshift back. So if you left these knots, these like bulging, much larger form, like it could like shapeshift into a humanoid and just slip out probably easily. So effectively, it just realizes that someone needs to always be holding like the end of it, and then if they do shrink at all, then the knots will just automatically restrict and tighten to keep the bindings in place.
Max hold this here, and he shouldn't be able to get out one way or another. And then he would let the party pack up, and then he'd stay a bit back about 15 feet and go do the dirty work as asked.
Alright, yeah. Are you just going to dump them in the river?
Are they dead or unconscious? I'm not sure.
They're all dead.
Oh, yep, he's dumping them in the river. Wait, hold up. Would he get the gist that this could lead to some village where they could use this water as water source?
So yeah, I got the river's direction of flow misaligned. So basically, it's flowing. The werewolf would have gone upstream towards Lake Baratok, and then downstream would be south. So
Sorry, are they still werewolves, or are they back to human form?
whenever they are reduced to 0 hit, whenever they are killed outright, they reduce back to their true form. But the one that's unconscious is not dead, so it's not. It doesn't revert to its true form.
Have the others like any belongings on them? Was it just like rags and stuff, or probably?
It looked like they were mainly wearing like the first one who shape changed was wearing clothing, but as he shape changed, they broke. But the other ones were just wearing like raggy trousers, things like that. Some of them were just completely nude.
There's no like necklace with like pouches like attached to nothing.
You found a stash before of a lycanthrope. So you know, perhaps their goods are stashed nearby, or
Do as well with them.
Can Callan do a quick check to see if there's a particular direction that they've come from?
sure. If you want me to do a survival check, just try to look for tracks and things. 22, yeah. You kind of like go back across the bridge where the majority of them were, and you find that there is an obvious trail that goes almost straight north. So if you look at the Roll20 map, effectively, let's see. I think you guys should be able to see this. I'll draw it in a nice cyan blue. The tracks kind of pretty much head in a straight line, kind of like up this direction, like that way. That's a terrible arrow. But like in that kind of direction, like off the path, like it's almost straight north, as if like you took like a 90-degree turn off the path and headed straight north.
Good, so kind of like around Lake Baratok.
Yeah, like literally like that. If you wanted like a rough route.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And the one that fleed ran that way.
So Callum will update the group and suggest that if we are going to take a short rest here, we should do it on the south side of the bridge a little, perhaps off the main path a little bit to the west, just up against the trees or in a position where we can keep an eye out in that direction and be very well warned.
Sounds like a plan. I also wanted to say he'd skin the werewolves, but they're human now, so that's...
They are humans, yeah. You can flay them if you want, but...
I'm not flaying... Seeker is not Nimir, he's not flaying anybody.
You could skin the one that's still alive if you wanted.
Yeah, skin. That would wake him up right quick, wouldn't it?
Why?
Or the opposite.
I mean, do we need a wolf pelt? I don't think so, so...
Just find that wolf body.
So wait, quick question. If he, so he'd get the gist, if he dumped the werewolf bodies into the river, they would float down to Baratok or to...
Opposite way, away from Baratok. Because Baratok's the mountain lake that the water is like bubbling into, and then it's feeding away from the lake.
Gotcha.
Did you check to see if he's gonna accidentally poison some poor village's water source that he's aware of?
Well, Kresek's that direction.
Thinking of, I don't know how Max would feel just by dumping them in the river like that, because at the end of the day, like, Max is still law for good. Like, I don't think it would.
Yeah, that's true. He'd go dump them in the forest so the trees get something to grow from.
I think Matt would probably go around saying, "Well, they are. I know they tried to attack us, and they're dead now. I think throwing them in the river is very
well,
it's not very honorable.
Leaving them out here will draw more animals, wolves, bears, Strahd? Question mark.
Perhaps should bury them.
How many bodies are there? 6? 5?
There are 4 dead, 1 unconscious, and 1 got away.
How long could, if Seeker assisted Max in digging graves or piling up stones, would that take? How long would that take?
Piling up stones probably gonna take longer because you don't have like a large pebble collection.
So he dig up.
But digging, I mean, do you have a shovel?
Seacrest talons. I'm not sure how those are good for digging, but yes. What does he have?
If you're
I'm
digging
not
with
sure
your
if I'm-
hands, it's going to take a long time to dig a
has anyone got-
suitable grave.
Has anyone got mold earth?
Ooh, no. Too
Someone
soon.
had mold earth.
Someone had.
Think back.
Thinking back. A
Cheers.
shame we don't have Millhill.
Cheers, son's crying now. I
Uh,
love him so much.
yeah, he will look to Max. Burying them would take too long, and there are not any stones. I suggest we put them in the forest. And he trail off.
Perhaps we just burn the bodies in.
That would attract attention. A pile of burning bodies.
Perhaps we should prepare to burn the bodies and use it as a encouragement technique once our hairier friend wakes up. That way we don't attract attention too soon. We can use it to help, encourage him to give up the information if he knows what his fate could be, and then we can move on.
I meant the attention of other werewolves, creatures, Strahd, question mark.
No, I agree, which is why I think we should prepare to burn them, and then
Sorry, my bad.
when this one picks up, we can set the others on fire, have a quick question, and then start moving.
Yeah, he would agree with that then. I mean, he's fine as long as the bodies are not left on the road to be eaten by more wolves that could attack people.
Sure thing.
So what we're going to do is we're going to move on the south side of the bridge, slightly to the west, up against the tree line. We're going to pile the bodies up somewhere that's not going to, create too much issue if we do have a little funeral pyre.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to prep it for burning, have a short rest, then once we've had our short rest, we will wake up the werewolf, interrogate him, get the pile of bodies burned at the same time, and then do away with the werewolf.
Alright.
That's the question that we've not addressed in character is, once we interrogate him, what we do with him.
I think that's the question best left unanswered until we interrogate him.
That's one for Seeker, I think. That's a plausible deniability question.
Are you sure?
He's a werewolf, so he's not ever technically unarmed.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to be camping out, camping out on the road itself or off the road?
Just off the road, not deep into the woods, but so that we've got a good view of it, but hidden away.
Alrighty.
Could I guess, should I make a campfire for a little bit, just to keep us warm? Or...
No.
What time of the day is it? It's like day, is it night time? It's like afternoon, isn't it? Like mid afternoon. It's not late, is it?
It's afternoonish, I think. Yeah.
I think it's like 1 o'clock, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of always like dark in Barovia anyway. So yeah, maybe keep a fire on.
It's midday whenever you start your short rest.
Always dark in Barovia.
It's gloomy at the very least.
Let's keep moving in.
Just
Let's take a
realized-
rest. Wake up this
Wake up.
this creature after.
Helen, out of character, will you be ever taking the daylight spell? It's pretty. I just realized it could be pretty useful in this setting.
Daylight isn't sunlight.
Oh, it isn't?
Nah.
We've had this conversation, haven't we? When my mission.
Okay, my bad. That's a bit weird.
Because daylight is just the light that is outside. It's just bright light.
Fair enough.
We had it with the Shadow Dragon on the other mission the other night.
All right. Okay, let's go. Let's pack our things and get ready for rest. And then we wake up this man, this creature, whatever this thing is.
Okay. So probably as you start like resting, you take about 30 minutes in to the short rest.
11 is about.
Not unusual.
All right. So, as you are taking your short rest in the middle of the short rest, are you keeping? I'm just out of curiosity. Is anyone keeping watch, or are we just relying on passive perceptions?
I'll keep
Seeker,
watch.
Seeker would be chilling, trying to look out for things.
Alrighty. Then let's see here.
I'll keep. I'll watch. I'll keep watch.
Anyone who's keeping an active watch needs to make a perception check, because you're not sleeping, so you can all.
So we would have tried to cover our tracks as best we can, as following our base.
Is anyone
Sure.
assisting? No.
Everyone's doing one.
Everyone's doing one. If you're all staying up and keeping
God.
active.
Seeker is too distracted with the fire. He's just looking into it. He's like looking at the fire, then breathing out a bit and comparing his fire to the fire.
Lux is in deep thought for a question he's about to ask you guys.
Everyone doesn't notice anything apart from. I mean, I can roll for Ismark and
Sorry,
Irina.
my guidance command.
Yeah, no worries. Oh wow, Stella with the nat 20. So as you're all kind of like talking and just like deciding what to do, and like you sat there, waiting out, just like bandaging up any wounds you have, or just trying to recover, drinking a bit of water, eating some rations. Callan, you and Irina catch eyes, and like Stella seems to be like looking as well, like just to the southwest, and you hear like something moving through the foliage, trying to be quiet as it moves towards you. You hear something like a snapping twig. That just no one else, Max, Callan, Seeker, don't seem to pick up on it. But you three seem to. Ismark again as well seems none the wiser.
So Callan's gonna wave to everyone, finger on lips, point in the direction, and he's gonna draw his sun sword.
Sure thing.
To look specifically in that direction.
Seeker would nod and draw his fists.
Beautiful. And with that, we're going to be going back into initiative, folks.
Yay.
Jesus.
As you're not surprised by the random encounter.
Oh. Is it a Strahd in a suit?
It's Strahd in a very nice suit, sneaking through the woods.
Yes.
Ah, they rolled shit anyway. Alrighty. Just before we go into this combat, I'm just gonna get the dinner on so it's ready by the time we wrap up. So
Oh,
I'm gonna put us a little beer out back.
How
So
long are we planning to go today, by the way?
If it helps during a short rest, a half an hour, I'll mention something to them, and I'll just be like, I've just been thinking about what's happened with the Wizards of Wine, and oh wait, shit, no, we wouldn't know. Stone's at the Strahd. Stone.
Nope.
Melville knew this, not me.
No,
would-
sadly.
I mean, I guess I could still say this. It just wouldn't make sense. Cause
Maybe ask Opal once he gets back.
yeah,
What were you
It's-
gonna say?
it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense now because Lux doesn't know the other stones there where Melville did knew knew that. I don't know why he knew. How did he know?
I'm not sure. Also, quick question. Does anybody have a time limit today, just so I can plan around it?
I don't.
I mean, I'll say out of character before we can roleplay it, but all I was Lux was going to suggest was having a stupid idea and accepting Strahd's invite for a dinner. Because he was going to suggest that surely the man is not going to try and attack us for dinner this time. That we can possibly try and get the stone back, but we don't know.
If we're having out of character chat, I think we need one more thing on our list at the moment before we start accepting his invitation.
Mm.
One thing we do know is he's not here to just kill us.
Yeah, well, that's
He's brought us here to break us and to toy with us. And accepting his invite too soon would allow that to be too easy. But equally, we don't need to have absolutely all of our armaments.
Also,
Well,
I think I think we only have the swords so far. We don't have anything else.
yeah,
do we?
well, I'm not
Is there many
suggesting.
about?
What I was,
The
I was
only items we have.
We've got the reason we're going to Kresik is because there's something at the thingy.
Yeah, the helper. But the reason why I was going to say that is because with the invite, I feel like it's not a let's have the final battle here. If that makes sense. It's a come, let's have dinner, let's talk, and you know. Oh, I think you're talking. Oh, that's yeah, you know, and you know, like talk to him and maybe try and
I
sneak.
think-
I mean, it would work with Melville because I can sneak about, but I don't think we've got any sneaky characters, do we? To be able to try
I think you should avoid seeing Strahd as much as you can for now.
I'm just trying to think of like because in the only reason I mentioned because Lux feels bad about the wiring being destroyed and he wants to try and gather the stones to help them. But
Also, Secret mentioned something during the short rest. He's like, now that I think of it, I went to Krasik once. I wasn't let in at all.
I just don't think the only reason why I think Lux is just because it's the second letter we've had now, so surely he's not trying to kill us. He just really wants us to be there.
I'll be right back, guys. Back in 1 second.
Yeah, I think he's definitely not trying to kill us. But I think he definitely wants to toy with us. This is not a traditional big bad of I'm trying to finish you. This is, and that's why Strahd is so iconic. You know,
I think
it's about fucking minutes.
I think if we had Namir there, the dinner would be an awful idea because I feel like Strahd will do some sort of awful temptation. But
I mean, Nimir is Nimir. What can I say?
this is when we come to the dinner and like Namir's just standing there, we're just like.
I mean, to be fair, Nimir would most likely try and double cross Strahd. Yeah, I'm just looking because Secret knows a few things that he didn't brought up because he didn't have an opportunity to do so. So I might do that in the future.
The only reason I was thinking that, I was just thinking, if we can pull it off, it'll be a big win for us. You know, if we can pull it off, go to this, Strahd's castle, have a dinner with him, hopefully maybe get a gem or even the bones. That would be a huge win. But then, it's
The
a big, risk because if we get some health core and some sort of room we're not meant to, like Melville did with the dungeon underneath the Water House, you could get tits up. But it's like, I don't know. It's like it's a very high risk, high reward. I feel like kind of thing we accepted.
I mean,
To be fair,
it's
I
still...
wouldn't mind rolling up a new character.
No, Rob. This is my second character now.
You and Max are the only people who fucking survived. Nothing. No. You are staying.
To be fair, I could have kept Melville, but it's just it wouldn't feel right not to be an Asimar with him. So that's the reason why I didn't do it.
I mean, honestly, I would really like Nimir back only because he knows shit that none of you else know, and it's important.
Nah, I mean I love Melville. It's just I think I just enjoyed playing the Moon Druid, but it's just like it wouldn't make sense being a non-Asimar for his character and for his morals. So
I was quite happy with. Even though the Gambit got him killed, I'm still quite proud of what Opal allowed me to do with the letter from the Hermit of Berez. I'm still quite.
I think if Max dies now, that's Max dead. I don't think I'll bring Max back. I think I'll do another character.
To be fair, haven't you got another reincarnate?
Yeah, isn't it?
He has like more. He has like.
You get 3 each, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
like 3.
But isn't the third one you returned like full healthiness? Because that's what happened to Namir, didn't he? He died 3 times. Third one, he looked like a healthy.
You always return full health. That's how he survived so long. And then he got killed by crawling.
No, I mean like the third time you got resurrected as the cat man. I can't remember the name for some reason. Tabaxi. Yeah, you looked healthy, didn't you? You had your teeth and you had your eyes. You looked like normal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The first time you're grand. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I miss Nimir. He was a fun character to play as, like the very evil character, which I don't do that often.
You had Melville was just talking to birds. Hi.
Yeah, Melville was he's like Melville was like to give like, look at all these chickens, and the ravens fly out.
No, I enjoy playing Lux. I feel like we needed a healer, so it makes sense. So.
Who needs healers? Technically,
we do.
I think I think Seeker can heal himself.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that with Lux being Divine Soul and Callan having Healing Word and a bit of clericy stuff, I think we'll be alright.
That's the only reason why I didn't go for the wizard class, which Opal suggested, because I just felt like we needed like a dedicated healer that can do multiple heals in one turn. You know where?
Well, could you play a healing wizard? I think not, right? They don't get
No.
access to healing spells.
I was looking at it. It just they can heal, I think, but it's just not well. If that makes
And
sense.
what was the suggestion?
I can't remember what it was, but it's just like it didn't make sense to really go. I feel like we needed a healer, so that's why I went the Celestial Divine Soul.
Like-
'Cause I've got the bonus action heal, my normal heal, everything else as well.
Originally, Seeker was meant to be originally how do you name it? A Hexblade. But then I was like, ooh, Dragon Monk Burb.
Yeah, that was cool.
I might also quickly hop off for like 5 to 10 minutes while Opal is doing the dinner, or do you think he'd be back sooner? I'm not sure. I should have done this sooner.
We can always add you. So you've got your phone.
Yeah, Alice, be quick about it. Be right back in about 5 minutes.
Refill my water.
Oh, there's my next character. Now there's gonna be an evil character.
Yeah.
Because Max is too good. So I want to play complete opposite character.
Yeah, I think you play Max as like there's lawful good, but then there's a lot of chaotic in there as well. Which is, to be fair, why I switched more to what is it? Neutral good.
Just
Callum
I
being
think,
lawful just doesn't work.
yeah, I think what Rob is changing Max